Now we are starting with IOC container. The main task of the IOC container is responsible for uh, containing the bean factory and application context. Both things it is going to be done. It is going to be handled with the help of IOC container. Here we are using bean factory and application context. Both are resides in the different packages like bean factory is the part of org.spring beans dot factory, and application context is the part of org.spring.context package. It comes and application context is more valuable as compared to more helpful as compared to bean factory. Bean factory is just related for a particular bean that you have created, and application context is related to whole application, that is related to full of that is responsible for full application. And now whenever we are going to work with application context, it is going to work some extra, like some just like it is going to be manage Spring AOP, message resource handling, event propagations, event calling, and application layer specific context. For handling this thing, we can say application context is more uh, helpful as compared to bean factory. Whenever we are going to use bean factory, each and every time we have to create a resource in a object of a resource object with the help of class path resource, here which we are going to pass application context.xml, and after that with the help of this resource, and we have to pass this resource in bean factory method, bean factory interface. Now, whenever we are going to work with application context, we have to just create the application context object. It is one of the interface, and we have to create the object, or we have to create the instance with the help of class path XML application context. Means whole application, one of the context is there. Then application context we have to create, and the constructor for class receive the string, so we can pass the name of the XML file to create to create the instance of that particular thing. Now this thing we can see with the help of example also. Here I have created one student.java file. It is going to be it has the setter and getter method for and one of the display method, and it contains the student roll number and name as a field. Now whenever I'm going to create now the next part is here I have created one bean that is related to that. I have given the ID student info, and I have created one class inside the demo spring student. After that, I have created one property, one sub element tag, sub element of the bean property, and its attribute name is equals to roll number, which field I am going to put the value, or the value is equals to 101. And after that, the property name is equals to name, and the value is Yogesh Sharma. That is going to be printed whenever I am going to run this student detail. Now you can see the difference. In the earlier program, I have created resource and the bean factory. I have created the resource object and bean factory with the help of bean factory. Now, whenever I'm going to work with the application context, I have to create the application context object. I have given the name factory, and then class path XML application context, and I have mentioned the application context.xml, the file that is going to contain all the beans, and student st one of the object, and I have typecasted same as that I have done in the previous example. Now, whenever I'm going to click on st.display, whenever I have to print the information. Now I'm going to run this program. To run this program, I'm going to just click on Java application. Now you are going to see the output. This is the output. Hello, my roll number and name is equals to this. Means in this way we can also do the thing. Now further, we are trying to understand. We are trying to understand the concept of dependency injection in Spring. How we can do the dependency, how we can do the how we can handle the dependency injection in Spring. Dependency injection, as I told you earlier in earlier presentation or earlier video, dependency injection is just one of the design pattern. With the help of this design pattern, we can inject or we can work with the given bean. Now, um, with the help of dependency injection, our code is just like free from each another class. Means whenever I am going to create one class, it is not dependent on another class. The help of With the help of dependency injection, it is going to be dependent, but if both classes are independent. Both classes are independent. Now, dependency first, before understanding the dependency injection, we have to understand the dependency lookup. This is one of the approach where we get the resource after the demand. Means whenever we are required the resources, it will be available. Okay, now A is one of the class, and object of this class is created with the help of A is implementing class. In such way, we get the resource directly by new keyword. Another way is factory method. With the help of factory method, we can also get the resources. This way, we get the resource by calling the static factory method getting. Yes, the problem of dependency lookup. Whenever we are going to deal with program dependency lookup, it is just like a tight couple. Means whenever uh, if resources is going to change, the we need to change the code. No easy for testing. This approach is create a lots of problem while testing the application, especially in black box testing. Whenever we are going to do the black box testing, it is going to create the problems. Now, the, whenever we are going to work with dependency injection, here is one of the sample example of the dependency injection. Here I have created one class, and address is one of the another class, and I have used the address. I have created the uh, this reference of that particular class. In employee class, there is one of the constructor, that is there I have passed the address object, and it is going to be assigned the by the some value. And with the help of set method, with the help of setter method, I can also get the uh, value for this particular object address. Now, we can perform the dependency injection in Spring in two ways, by with the help of constructor and with the help of setter method. Means whenever we are going to assign the value for that particular object, we have to do the thing. Means we have what we have to do, we can assign the value of that particular object with the help of constructor as well as with the help of the setter method. Means both are going to do the same work. So first we are trying to understand the dependency injection with the help of constructor. Means with the whenever I first we are going to see the dependency injection with the help of constructor. Means here we are going to perform we are not going to create a setter method or getter method. For that, we are just going to assign the field value of a particular class with the help of the constructor. For that purpose, I required a constructor test argument is one of the sum element of the Bean class, and with the help of this we can do. But how we can do, or in how many ways? There are so many ways to assign the thing. So first way is injecting primitive and string based value, means we can inject the value with the help of our primitive data type as well as string type. Means suppose in a student class there is one of the field is roll number and another field is name. So the roll number is the primitive type and your name is the string type. Means with the help of this you can do. Now another one is constructor injection with dependent object. Means any object, in earlier example you have created one of the object inside a class, inside a employee class. You have created one instance of an address. Yes. With the help of this, means here employee has one of the address, means wherever there is a has a relation, means employee has a address. Means in to solve this relation problem, we have to we have to inject like this constructor injection with dependent object. Means employee has a address. Now after that after that, construction injection with collection values, means collection. Here we are going to deal with a list, set and map. These type of collection sets we are going to deal with. Now first we are going to see with the help of injecting primitive and string based values. So what I have to do, I have created one class, that is the employee.java. In this employee.java, employee information is just like employee ID and name. Here I have created constructor, uh, constructor, one of the default constructor and one constructor for name and one constructor for ID, and another the constructor that contain whole the fields like ID and name, and one method that is the show, that method is show, and it is going to display the name and ID that you have passed with the help of you have passed in the application context. Now another one is I am going to create one application context. Now application context, it is one of the bean part. Now here I have created one bean tag, and inside this ID is I have given that ID is just like employee information. So EMP info I have given, and now I have created one class that is comes under the demo string package. So demo string package dot employee I have given. Now as I told you earlier, for understanding the dependency injection with the help of constructor, I have created constructor argument. The value is 10, and I have mentioned the type of that particular type. Means this is one of the primitive type, and I have closed this constructor argument, and after that constructor argument value is equals to Yogesh. This is the string type. Okay. Now this is going to be closed. After that I have created one employee detail class that is going to use that particular bean, and that is going to access the application context.xml file. Now for that purpose, again I have created object of a resource interface, and now with the help of class path resource, and here I have passed my application context file, and that is the application context.xml file. Now after that I have created another object of bean factory with the help of XML bean factory, and here I have passed the resource object. Now after that employee EMP is created, object is created, and it is going to be typecasted, and it is going to show, and after that emp.show is going to print that particular detail of the employee. Now we can see this thing with the help of the example. So check the example. With the help of this I am going to create. Now how we are going to create? For that purpose, what I have done, I have created one employee class that I have told you earlier. So this is my employee class that I explained in PPT also. This is my employee class, and it is containing one of the uh, ID and uh, ID and name. ID and name. After that, what I have to do? Uh, After that, this is ID and this is one of the name and default, and another one is this. This one of the this is one of the constructor that I have created. Now, inside this, what I have to do, what I have done, I have created one bean for employee that is going to be contain the employee information. This is one of the bean that is going to contain the employee information. In this, I have passed uh, employee information. So I'm going to create here one bean that contain the employee information. So I have written bean id is equals to, in double quotation, emp. I have created emp, then class from where I am going to take. So my class is demo string dot ploy employee. In this way, I have created. Now after that, I am going to work with constructor argument. Now constructor argument, and its value is equals to suppose value is 101, and I'm going to mention type of this. So type is equals to this is one of the integer type. Now after that, what I am going to do, now after that, constructor argument, then value is equals to, suppose here I have passed the simca as a value, and type is equals to double quotation string. In this way I am going to work. Now save this. After that, that information is going to be printed. So I have created for employee, I have created one class that name is employee detail, and created the object XML, and here now I'm going to find out the employee information. So I'm going to run this. I'm trying to run this. So just click on Java application, and so you can see the changes. You can see the output, that is the employee ID and name is equals to 101 and simple. In this way you can do, you can deal with the simple data type, or we can say the help, you can deal with the primitive data type as well as the string data type. Now in the another now we are going to move forward with the help of we are going to move forward how to deal with the dependent data type. For the dependent object, wherever there is a has a relationship between the classes, uh, we have to create it. We have For that purpose we have to create the instance of the dependent object of our class, of the another class, and then pass it as an argument to the main class constructor. So main class constructor, here in our here in my scenario, I have created one employee class, and it has a address. Means whenever we are going to deal with the employee, it has its address. So there is a has a relationship. The address class object will be termed as a dependent object, um, Here at the address class object will be termed as a dependent object. Now what I have done, I have created, first I have to create one address class, and it has the field state, city, state, country, and I have created one constructor for this, and that contain all the fields, and it is going to be this dot city is equals to city, this dot state dot is equals to state, and this dot country is equals to country. Now another one method I have created, that is the show address method is there. That is going to print the address, that is going to print the city, state, and country of that particular employee. Now the depend now I another one is I have created one employee class. Employee class, it is going to contain, it is going to contain the employee ID as the previous class, as the previous employee class, and it contains the name as same as the previous employee class. And now the additional feature I have given, this is the private address. Address means address is one of the address is one of the instance of an address class that I have created. After that I have created one employee, after that I have created one employee of employee constructor, default constructor, and another default constructor is int id, string name, and address. Address is object instance of address. Then it is going to be assigned. Now after that the show method will be there, and it is going to print employee name, and another one address, and address dot show address is going to work, means it is going to print the address of that particular employee. Now after that what I have done, I have, this is, there is no change, just it is going to work like a previous employee details. Now see the help of programmatically way. Now again employee class is there, and it is going to contain the address, address object. And now here what I have to do, I have created one constructor of employee, and it is going to be constructor of employee, it is going to be contain the string, it is going to contain the id, name, and address, and id is going to be assigned this dot id and name, and it is address is going to assign to the this dot address. Now it contain one of the method, the show method, and the show method is going to work system.out.println, it is going to show the id and name. And another one class, additional class that I have created, the address class. The address class is it contains the city, state, and country. All fields are string type, and this dot city is equals to city, and state dot is equals to state, and it contains one of the method, show address method. Now I have used this address class in employee class as a dependent object. Okay. Now after that what I have to write in inside a application context. So I have created one employee information bean inside with the help of bean tag, and provide the id in employee, and provide the id emp info. And after that after that constructor argument 10, and its type is integer. And then this uh, second constructor argument is name, so I have provided that name is Yogesh and the string type. And another one is address reference. Here is this reference is one of the sub element of the constructor argument, means inside a constructor argument we have to mention the reference and which bean you are using as a bean. Here the bean is equals to add. Now you can find the add is one of the bean that I have created. Add bean is there, and demo spring dot address is one of the class that I have created, and I have defined the value for this, that the value is Pune and the Maharashtra and India, means city, state, and country. That three value I have passed, but with the help of this reference with the help of this reference tag, you are going to taking the reference from you are going to taking the reference value from the vname vname address. Okay, now after that, what I have done now after that, what I have to do, I have to create one employee class, and for that employee class, and I am going to work. I have created one employee object of employee class with the help of bean factory and passed the info bean. Now, when I am going to run this, what will happen? It shows the result. You can find the employee ID and name is equals to 10 Yogesh and Pune, Maharashtra, India. Here here this method is going to print employee ID and name is equals to this, and it going to jump with the help of address to address. So in address, I have printed city, state, and country. So in this way, it is going to print. You can see the output again. This is the output. Employee ID and name is equals to 10 UBs and Pune, Maharashtra. In this way, you can insert a dependency injection with the help of dependent object. Now, again, another way that we are going to see means in the case of this, the reference object is necessary. The reference object is necessary, reference attribute is necessary, or reference tag is necessary for that. Okay, now whenever we are going to work with dependency injection with the help of collection values, means it is fully related to collection framework. Means the set of it is just like a list, it is just like a set, it is just like a map. Means whenever we are going to deal with list, set, or map, at that time how to how can we deal with this? To understand this, we have to understand one scenario. The scenario is that one question has multiple answers. Means whenever you are going to deal with one to many relationship, means one question have multiple answer answers. For that purpose, we have to create the multiple answers list. For that means object, whenever we are going to deal with objective type questions, means a question one is there and it says multiple options, 1 A, B, C, and D. To deal with this thing, we have to deal with this, we have the collection values like list, set, and map. For that purpose, again, what we have to do, we have to create one of the file, the question, and another one is application, and application context is same as, and another one is text.java. That file text.java that we have to create it. Now you can see the question. Now you can see the question what I have done here. Here I have created one question class, and it contains, I have created one question class and it contains the ID, name, and question ID is just like a question number, name means what question you are going to ask, and list is one of the collection that you are going to deal with. It contains the answer list, means whatever answer is going to be there, it is going to be contained with the list. Now public question is one of the constructor. After that, I have created one of the constructor that contain all the fields like ID, name, and list string answer. This way it is going to be assigned. Now in the display part, it has one of the method, the display info method of that particular question, and I have printed ID and name, and then answers are with the help of iterator with the help of iterator interface, I have created one of the object itr, and with the help of iterator method answer dot iterator. Okay, now if had now answer has multiple values, so I have I have created one while loop, and with the help of itr dot has next. Whenever it says the value, it is going to be print the value. Okay, and then after that, what I have done inside a application context. Application context, I have created one bean question, demo string, question, constructor argument value one, and type is equals to int, and constructor argument value is equals to what is a string. This is one of the my question, and its type is a string. Now after that, constructor argument is going to be created, and customer argument is going to create it for the list type value. Means here the list type value is value framework value application, and it contains the value subtag list value, and framework value application value design pattern, and value none of these, and list. And it is going to be end with constructor, and it is going to be end with bean. Now how we can use this is the same way that we have seen in the employee, in the case of employee. Now see with the help of running mode how we are going to do. So I'm going to close this, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to close this. So first I have created one question class. This is one of the question class. This is one of the question class that is going to be contain the private list string answer, and it says the one of the constructor is string type. Constructor is a string type, and then constructor is one of the field is list string, and this is the answer. After that, in this same way I have created iterator string, that I have created iterator string with the help of answer and iterator, and then the same thing you can find out that I have shown in PPT. Sorry, this while loop is going to be written here, and this is the way. Now same with the help of itr, with the help of iterator method, I have created one ITR object. So it is going to be find out the multiple values that user has given. Now after that, I have saved this, and after that you question test one of the program that is going to be dealt with. Before that, we have to understand the application context. Now here I have created one bean, that is the one bean tag, and it contains the ID questions, and demo string is one of the part is this, and what is a string, and these are my values framework application design pattern, and none of these. Here it is going to be closed. Now after that, whenever I'm going to when I'm going to deal with these questions, I have passed my bean name here to get that particular bean information. I have passed questions, and now I'm going to run this. What will happen? You can see the answer. You can see the output. What is this string? Answers are framework, application, design pattern, and none of these. You can, if the user can select one of the right answer from there. Okay. Now how now we are going to see the same thing with the help of dependent object. A dependent object, how we can do now, how we can do with the help of collection, and collection is just like one of the dependent object. For that purpose, I have to create one answer.java file, In this answer.java file, I have created one of the ID, string name, and posted by. Means here ID is one of the user ID and name of the particular user, and the string means answer name is one of the answer, and string by means which one has posted that particular answer. And for the so I can print this information as well. Now same way I have created the student. Same way I have created the student.java, but here yeah, instead of string I have passed I have created the I have created the answer object. I have created the ANS object with the help of answer. In the previous example, I have created the answer object or ANS object with the help of string string collection. I have created, but with the help of in this example, I have created ANS object with the help of uh, ANS object for the answers object, multiple answers object with the help created the list. So for that purpose the collection, this is one of the constructor is there, id, string name, and here list answer. In previous example here we have used a string, in this example we have used answer, means it is going to collection, it is going to collect the object collection. In the previous it is going to collect the string type. Okay, now here after that answers are, here I have created one of the object with the help of answer type, and the same code is there, but in this code the string is replaced by my own created class or on created answers object. Now you can see the application context. What I have done, I have done one of the bean with the help of answer one, and another with the help of answer one, and the value of this bean is one, and type is integer, and the answer is inversion of control. This is the second argument, and the third argument is bias that is given by the particular thing, and that is posted by the user. And another one, another I have created answer 2, and its value is 2, and ioc the another argument is, and third argument is posted by s. Now this question a is one of the bean I have created for question class, and here I have passed 101. uh, that is one of the question, and what is the full form of ioc? This is one of the my question that I have asked, and another one is list. Here the bean reference bean is equals to answer one. In the previous example I have used a list value, but in this case I have used reference, means from which you are going to get. So instead of value I have used reference. Ref bean is equals to answer one, and bean is equals to answer two. It is just uh, uh, similar to the second version of dependency injection with the help of dependent object. Means just dependent object we have passed the reference in the constructor argument. We have used the reference in the constructor, just like this. In the reference we have used the reference bean is equals to address. Same way we have done, but here we are using list, so we have to use the list. This thing, this thing we can do with the help of set. Instead of list, we have to use everywhere the set. This is there is no change, but the difference between list and set is going to contain the unique value, and list is going to list can contain the duplication of that particular value. But we can use just replace the list with the set. You can do with the help of set also. This program with the help of set also. Now here this is the same code. Here I have created the object of the question, factory, with the help of factory get bean, you will have the reference of that particular bean, and you can display the information. See the let's see with the help of. So first I have to check the answer class is there. Answer class, inside the answer class, I have used id, name and by, posted by, and then I have printed this thing. Now after that, in the question class, what I have to do, I have to deal with the answer object, dependent object. So I am going to comment this because this is going to work with string only, and I'm going to decomment this, uncomment this, because it is going to be used. Now after that, this thing is also going to, because I am going to handle with answer list, answer type object. So this is going to be work, and here also I am going to deal with. So you will have the list of answer object in the ANS, and with the help of this you have created one constructor that you can see list answer ANS, and it is going to be assigned. After that, what you are going to do, but what we have done, you have created one display information method, and inside this system.out.println you have printed the name, you have printed the answers, you have printed the id, you have printed the name, and then answers are. With the help of iterator, you have created one of the iterator itr object, and then itr has next to check the next value is available or not, then itr dot next, it is going to be printed. Now see the application context. In application context, you have created answer 1 as I explained in ppt, and you have created answer 2 for that, and the question is this. In this way, after that, in the question text, in the question test, you have created one bean with the help of question A, then you are going to run, you have created one, you have get the bean for the object question that you have created, and the question bean name is, bean id is USA. Now you are going to run this with the help of, whenever you are going to run this, see the changes, you can check. This is my question number, and what this is my question. What is IOC full form? Answers are invention, ID is 1, invention of control, that is given by this person, and the um, ID is again 2, and the answer is IOC, and that is given by this person. So today is I'm going to so today part is over. Now I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow and in the next video I will explain with the help of map how to deal with map.